me, dancing means a lot. It's helped me find myself as a person. And it's also like, it made me a bit more social than I used to be. During my free time, I'm dancing, brushing my teeth, I'm dancing. Basically, yeah.
Well, like Denzel said, it means a lot. It's essentially what I do with my life now. It's what I think of all the time, and it's the way that I've been able to express myself, to really, not just to express myself, but to also discover myself. I've discovered a lot through dance, how I move, how I think, what I like, what my style is, and it's really taught me a style that I incorporate into almost everything I do. So to me, dance is movement, and movement is life. Life is essentially movement, so dance is pretty much everything to me. Go for it. Dance has actually taught me a lot about how to do stuff in school. So in my dance, especially in breaking, what I've learned is that you have to do things, you have to really master the basics. You have to get all those little details matter. And it has really helped me. I'm a math major, so all those details really matter. When I do proofs now, I don't just want them to be correct, I don't just want the grade, but I want them to be representative of me. I want them to show my personality, and I want them to be a piece of art. It's really made me be able to be proud of the things I do in school. School isn't just to get an A anymore. It's essentially to satisfy myself.
So for me, balancing school and dance is kind of just like, if you want to do it, you can just do it. You know, like, get school, get your school shit done, and just hit the gym, practice, get it done, go to sleep early, wake up next day, repeat. You can't be a bitch. Just gotta do it. That's how you do it.
Yo, this is Argar, and here are the questions I'm answering. So, for me, to balance school and dance, it has a lot to do with time management. I pretty much make sure I finish all my homework and studying before I can go practice at night. So, if I don't finish homework or studying on time, I can't go practice. So, it really motivates me to stay on top of my stuff so I can dance. And then, for my future career, I'm studying to become a teacher. So I definitely plan on incorporating b-boying and hip-hop into my future career by probably focusing some of my curriculum and teaching activities on the hip-hop culture, and I would also like to make a b-boy club and teach students how to break also.
Dance for me is a lot of things. For me, the reason I gravitated towards dance is because I didn't really have much friends. So for me, when I go to session, I see it more as a collection of people hanging out. That's why for me, I can't take sessions too seriously. So for me, it's a lot of my friends come from this, so it's a community thing. Dance for me also is an exercise because it's my main form of exercise. Let's see what else. Dance for me is a self-realization. I've discovered a lot of myself through dance, and not only is dance beautiful through self-realization, it's also beautiful in self-creation. I've also developed myself not only in confidence, but like, you know, in style and just as a better person through dance. So dance for me, it's not just a simple what is dance to one question, one answer thing. For me, dance is almost, it's a lot of things. It's a really broad spectrum of things for me. And those are just the things off the top of my head.
As long as you keep your priorities straight, I think it's all about time management. And if your passion is to dance, I think you can make time anytime you want.
My name is Sherwin Salas, 26 years old, and I'm a grad student at California State University of Long Beach, CSULB. And I got my bachelor's from there in English, Lit, and Creative Writing, so I'm getting my master's now. Anyways, okay. Question number 1. How do you balance school and dance? That's tough. That's a really hard question. Everyone, I feel, is going to say the same thing, right? Time management, and like, you gotta study first, know your priorities, and then you get to reward yourself. And I agree with all of those things. I guess what's different for me is that I do this really bad thing of putting everything in the front seat. Right? You know how like some shit comes up in your life and you're like, well, this needs to take a back seat. Well, I'm just like, no, come over here and sit up front with me. So like school comes, and then breaking comes along, and you're like, hey, come over here and join us. You can dance around while I study. And you sort of have to figure out how those things work together, right? So sometimes it's prioritizing like schoolwork. Sometimes it's like, you know what, I really challenge myself like in this way. I've read like 50, 60 pages today. If I read anything else, it might actually be unproductive. So I need to go challenge my brain / body in a different way. I need to go to session, I need to top rock or do whatever, and like, okay, that didn't work. But I need to do things that are different, right? So that's my thing. It's really bad, right? But I think that's an honest answer. How do I do everything? Well, with school and work and dance and girlfriend and family and friends and everything else in your life. Time management, prioritizing, seeing how things work. That's how you get it done. Try not to forget about the people that, you know, got you where you were. Okay, question 2. How do you fuse dance in your education? It's interesting. How do I do that? Oh, this is going to be a long video. Okay, so, long story short, let's see. Got my bachelor's in English Lit and Creative Writing. That sort of art thing, that sort of art, I mean, oh, don't get me started on that. But when you look at text, when you look at books, and you read them, remember in like high school they were like, what is the author trying to say? And then you were like, I don't care, black means death. You know, you're making this connection, right? So what I was trying to do in my undergraduate career is make connections within text, right? So I read a text and I'm like, you know what? This goes with what's going on in the time period at this time. Or you read the text and you're like, this is going on with this character and there's this character flaw, or we can't depend on this, or whatever. Making connections, right? So I relate that to dancing. And this is what I tell students sometimes, is that it's the same thing when you're dancing, right? You hear a sound or you hear music and your body reacts in a certain way, right? So you're making a connection with the music. Your body is reacting to it, just like how your teacher's like, hey, what does this mean? And you're just like, oh, it means freedom? Yes. Just like, the beat goes, and then your body does boom, boom, same sort of thing, right? Your body making a connection. That's how I kind of see it. I make connections, my body makes connections, and that's how I guess I fuse my education. What does the dance mean to me? I guess I can end with this one because it's going really long. This dance has taught me so much, and that I can't shove it into 50 seconds of stuff. What I will say is that breaking, I guess, taught me how to persevere, challenge myself, and to just show up, right? Because, I mean, when you're breaking, when you first start breaking, and then you have the battle, and you get smoked, you're going to get smoked your first battle, right? So it's like, what are you going to do next? You have to show up to the next one. You just gotta, just like in school, it's just like, you don't do well on the test, you get a B. That's how I am, sorry. You have to show up to the next class and say like, how do I get a B plus? Or how do I get a A minus? Like, I just show up, right? And breaking, like, kind of taught me that. And now that I'm getting a little older, I know like 26 isn't that old, but I can't really do the same things. I'm trying to shift my, I guess, the way I look at things, like breaking. Like, okay, it meant to me, it means something different to me than it did like when I was younger, right? I had different goals, and now I'm trying to see, or now I'm starting to see that breaking has actually like taught me other things that I could, that kind of like trickle in to my life now. And I think that's what B-boys should kind of take from breaking. I mean, when your body starts to go, you have this knowledge, and it's up to you, you know, what do you want to do with it? You know, you spend all this time and dedication and sweat and blood and elbow pads to do. What are you going to do with it? You have to apply it somehow, right?
What's up, yo? My name is Merle from Long Beach, and I'm here to answer the questions for the Schools for Fools intro video. How do I use dance in school? Because I'm a dancer, I'm a breaker, I'm a b-boy, we're used to practicing our moves over and over, and we have to be dedicated, we have to be committed to our art. And in school, when things get tough, I feel like because I'm a b-boy and we practice all the time, we grind our bodies into the floor, when you're confused about school subjects, paper, essay, whatever it is, we grind it out until we get it, you know. And I feel like that dance, that b-boy background gives you the hustle you need to achieve great things in school. And how do I balance dance in school? A lot of the people in the club here that we break with are very school-oriented. A lot of us are trying really hard to be successful in school so that we can have a future outside of dance if we choose. And mainly how we balance it, I feel for most of us, is we do our schoolwork together, then we go to practice together. We're a big family. So the whole time we're doing either schoolwork or breaking together. And that's how we balance school and breaking.
What up? My name's Nico Aguilar, also known as B-Boy Nito of Uncomfortably Fresh Crew from San Diego. I'm a first year as a kinesiology major with an emphasis in exercise science at the California State University of Long Beach. Through my experience dancing for 6 years, I've learned the pace and structure of the hip-hop community in terms of practice and competition. I have my schedule of classes here at school, but the only times I do have break, that's when I go and break. I've developed this understanding in my few years of dancing that you get what you give. Having this desire to practice, to compete, to be different, and even having this hunger of just doing things that no one else has, I've applied this work ethic to my academics, which have made my education more enjoyable and desirable. I plan on becoming a full-time dancer and a full-time athletic trainer in my future career, but only God knows what could happen. I'm a first year in college, so plans could change. I love breaking, I'll never stop, but I definitely want a career that involves teaching or rehabilitating others.